Hi? War Thunder time. Been a little while since we played this, haven't it? It's not my birthday, take that off. Hi everyone. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Hey, Forsher said Beagle, what's up? Brit says beautiful music. Yeah, I like that song. Twitch changed the UI, make them change it back. I got no part in that, I'm sorry. I can't do nothing. Hello, birthday boy. Hello, Rancher. Welcome, I have the Strike Eagle. I'll get to that in a second, Boofus. I have the Strike Eagle. When they released the Strike Eagle a few weeks ago, I was here, and I got back in my F5C, and I played about 60 to 70 to 80 games, and I just ground on up, and now I've got the Strike Eagle. I just got it yesterday. It's not spaded yet. I'm still working through its modifications, but it already goes so fast it's ridiculous, so I don't even know how it's going to get better with more engine and everything. It's crazy. Anyway, that's my goal, is to spade this thing today, which, for those of you who don't play War Thunder, means to get all of the modifications. They've made some wonderful changes to how stock aircraft work now, thank God, which I didn't have when I did the F-15C, but I am going to benefit from now, where the fucking planes do come with at least a minimum of 2 AMRAAMs and 2 good Sidewinders, whereas before it was guns only, so you unlocked the missiles, and then they were bad missiles. So, we're okay. We've got reasonable ones. This thing comes with countermeasure pods, but it doesn't seem to do anything, which is weird. I don't know if it's a bug or not, but like, I thought it was meant to have double countermeasures of the other F-15, but it doesn't. But this is the F-15E, it's the Strike Eagle, it's the ground attack one. It goes fast as fuck, is what matters to us in an air battle. It is insanely fast for some fucking reason. Well, I know the reason, because it has better engines. It has way better engines than the F-15C, and it just goes fast as shit. It is insane, it's just a rocket. So yeah, looking forward to making it go even faster today. Happen to be grinding out the A-10 and the AV-8 here as well, but don't really care about them as much. Yeah. I'm better positioned now also to say to people who were asking me last time I played War Thunder, hey, you know, what's the good premium to grind up with on the US tree? It is still the F5. I had a funny time with the F5. When I first got back into it, coming back from playing so much top tier again, I was like, oh man, the F5's... Oh man, it's so hard to play now that it's been up-tiered by 0.5 of a battle rating. Oh, you know, you're so... Anyway, no, the F5C is great. I got good at it. I actually played a lot better at the F5C now, going back to it after playing a bunch of top tier and getting more interested in, air combat, specifics and practicalities. Learning about it more. I'm actually found I was a lot better at energy fighting. I understood very implicitly how to maintain my energy, how to rate fight, how to turn fight. Unlike when I first played the F5C, when I was first getting in all this shit, I was like, what the fuck is, what do you mean 2 circle, 1 circle? Brother, I just work here. I didn't understand any of it. But I was very happy. It was really fun to go back and play the F5C again and be like, oh damn, I was actually able to hit people with gunshots. I had a bit of a breakthrough over the past couple of weeks where I was like, oh, this is how you kill people with guns. And the plane is all about the guns, so once I actually consistently was able to hit people with guns, I started having a lot of fun. So, shout out to the F5C. It got me here again. It's actually really awesome. I also started bombing bases to get some consistent RP every battle. I would bomb bases and then dogfight. And, yeah, anybody who wants to know, yes, the F5C is still amazing. It's still, I think, the best way to grind through the US tree. It's just so good. But I'm done playing the F5. I might play a few rounds of it today just for fun's sake, because I actually found I really enjoy playing the F5 now as well as a different bit of gunfighting. But mainly I want to spade my F15 today. We're going to put on more RP, and we're going to have some battles. Rock sent it to me, says, as an Italy man, you got soft hands, boy. Hey, are you guys getting the new Eurofighter that's coming out? Because I know there's the Eurofighter and the Raphael coming, right? Very big excite. I know all the European players having big excitement right now because they're finally getting really good top tier aircraft in those. Oh. Playing game, yep. Also, Biffus asked, did you cover the Broken Arrow announcement? Yes. So, hello.
I got some presents for you.
Oh.
The ones that look weird are mirroring demon.
Oh, these are really cute. I like these. The Sova little ones. These are great. Guys, it's kind of funny how it makes, like, it look like you took pictures of them in a shadow dimension. Jam's giving me some Polaroids from this disposable, well, not disposable, but this, like, old, you know, I guess it's vintage now style camera. New, but, like, it takes vintage style, it takes Polaroids. He took pictures of all our cats. This is cute. This is retro, baby. Oh yeah, that's Miri. What the hell? That looks weird as hell. That looks so weird. It's like Bigfoot. Thank you. Those are cute. Where's your coverage? No, I haven't covered it on... I haven't, like, streamed it or nothing, because what they just did... Unless you mean, like, the game. I know you were there for me playing the game for 2 weeks, right? Anyway, the announcement that you're asking about... Yeah, they announced on their Sliverian show on the 10th. Thanks. No, you keep it. I'm not going to do that right now. You keep it. Thank you. Yeah, their Sliverian show they did on the 10th. They announced the release date, so it's going to be June 2025, which is about when I expected it. So, no big surprises there. So, midway through next year. It is going to launch with 5 decks for each faction. They also said they're going to do... they're going to release the scenario editor tools pre-release so that people can make custom content before the game comes out, which I think is cool. That was a nice surprise. Let's just fire off our AMRAMs as you do, find some good targets and just shit on them. I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't get as fast as I should be, so these missiles will have a worse chance, but whatever. We'll turn away now. Delta says, F-15 heroes will finally understand true horrors beyond their comprehension. Well, good thing we've got the Strike Eagle then, which seems like it's just going to be the fastest rocket ship ever, forever, and it's just going to be... Like, the F-15C was already the king of the BVR meta, and now the F-15E is just like, oh, you thought that was cool? That wasn't even all my power. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, hey, Cats. Cats says, I just saw you posted the big ass stack trace in the VMod server. Did it get sorted? It's still a problem. No, that we need to talk to you about. Me and Milo tried to play a bit, but when I tried to use the build script, it, like, did that to me, essentially. And then I had this, like, really corrupted dev install, and it was really weird. So we think it's something to do with a change you made, is what Milo was saying. But basically, like, everything failed for me, and then, like, my install was super fucked up, and, like, all the NPCs had the wrong weapons for me as we played on the dedicated server, but not for Milo. So they had, like, desync there on weapon loadouts, and it was very strange. Delta says, this is the post-nerf 15E, mind you. The first version of the thing was utterly absurd. I can't believe it was better. I still feel like this is going to get nerfed, isn't it? How is it allowed to be so much faster and better than every other jet? Full stop. Like, how is this allowed? And it's at the same BR, like it's at 13.7. How is this okay? Like, I guess at low out it's still similar, but fucking at high out, like, how is it allowed? I don't get it. You can go to Die Town. Yank bias? Apparently. Are you paying attention? No, you can also go to Die Town. Oh, paying attention but a bit too late. Goodbye. We're gonna go back to base now, I think. Or we can gunfight. What's the battle look like? I haven't got this thing veteran yet. I haven't got Ace Pilot. I haven't got G suit, so the G's are a little bit harder to pull. We do have Chaff now, at least. I was having a really hard time making Chaff work the other day, though, when I was playing F-15C a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if they changed Chaff again. I think Chaff was stronger before and it's weaker again now, but I was, like, pulling, like, all the way through a turn against a missile, like, perpendicular to me while chaffing the entire way, and I could not make missiles lose lock on me anymore. Delta says no changes have been made. Any changes to, like, radar-guided missile, and AMRAM, like, Fox 3, like, radar returns? Like, any changes to how strong they lock? Negative? I don't know then, like, because before I got to a good place of it with the F-15C, where I was able to be like, okay, I can consistently, like, defeat radar missiles just by notching. But I can't do it anymore, and maybe I'm just out of practice, I don't know, but I was just doing what I was doing before, of just pulling straight through a turn and just chaffing, it just wasn't working for me. Delta says, people might have gotten smarter with launches. Well, it was the same launches, you see, like, it wasn't, like, long-range BVR, I'm talking about, like, 20k, 15k within visual range that I was able to evade before using chaff, but I just wasn't now, but It always feels bad because, like, it always feels like when it doesn't work, you're like, oh, I should have just gone cold or gone low. Like, you kind of, it's like a real leap of faith, I find.
Roll left.
I'm the last one alive, so we're just gonna go gun fight and die. But yeah, I just gotta stick to it and get more consistent with my thing. Watching replays tends to help. I didn't think chaffing was possible until I watched replays of others chaffing my missiles and I learned how to do it last time, so I guess you just gotta get back into it. I did hear scuttlebutt on the Reddits of people talking about how, like, apparently, they didn't, like, change chaff, but, like, they did make Fox 3s better at holding lock, and people thought they nerfed chaff because Fox 3s didn't get confused anymore now. Or people saying stuff like how there used to be missiles that, like, would always lose lock, even with one set of chaff, like, on one turn back in, like, lower BRs, and then they made a change, and then they would always keep lock, so I don't know. Delta says, are War Thunders the absolute last place to visit for real information? Well, I don't know. Argentina says, what's the real difference between this plane and the F-15C? Better radar and much better engines. Much better engines. Also, if you care about ground fighting... If you care about ground fighting at all, this is the ground attack version with, like, bombs and anti-ground missiles galore. A bit heavier too. Yeah, I guess it turns worse, but I also don't care about that at all in this meta. You won't see how fast it is till we get higher though, so you won't see it this game. We'll go ahead and hop on out. Training the pilot. The pilot is trained. Same pilot I've been using for like a year. It's just I have to, train them to be a veteran and an ace in the F-15A. Oh, okay, thanks. Oh, cool, thanks. That's fine. Let's... Oh, I already have it because it got added in between, right? Okay, well, fuck. What do I research on this tree now? Just more, I guess. Just research everything else. Research, yeah, there's nothing else I want to fly in these tiers. So yeah, just start going from the top down, I guess. Yay, we did it. Start foldering. Roxinets me says, I can see why air players from other countries do better. All Italy's playing got his speed and a bit of meh guns. Yeah, I mean, the F-15 is so oppressive, and I think the F-16C was too when it comes out, right? But I wasn't really there for its launch. But like, the F-15C was, and I believe still is, super oppressive in the BVR meta. And then the F-15E is just better at it. Like, I'm saying that from having watched it. I have yet to spade this thing, but it's already, even unspaded, it's just ridiculously fast. The speed is life in this meta. Honestly, it is in all of them, but like even more so with BVR. It's just like ridiculous. It's such a oppressive advantage. And yeah, it's just fucked. It's just so fucking good. It's so fucking good. So yeah, I mean, I can see why you'd say that. Rocket Species, I beg of you, please don't look at our top plane. It's really bad, lol. I'm gonna look at it. But I see what you're saying, absolutely, of course, because like when you have to work with worse shit. Oh, you got the Griffin! You got the Griffin though. I mean, yeah, it's a dogfighting meta plane. But the Griffin is good. Or is your Griffin worse than the other Griffins? The Griffin is very good in dogfighting. It's just that, you know, this bracket really isn't about dogfighting as much anymore, unless you work really hard to force it, but that's easier said than done. And then you have an F-16A for your F-16. You poor fuckers, you don't get to play with a real F-16. Well, the A is good, I guess, but, you know, it's not a C. Rocket says, it's not as good, really, compared to finding such like America, it gets destroyed. The Griffin is still is, I guess, my most feared enemy in this bracket. But that's simply because I don't fear any other BVR plane, because the F-15 beats them all. And the Griffin is just different kind of warfare. It's much better at dogfighting, so it just fucks me up if it gets into a dogfight. But the key is just to not dogfight the Griffin. Because, yeah, the C is also really good at being more of a dogfighter. Assumedly, when we ever get the Hornet, it'll be somewhere in between of being powerful but agile. Oh, it should have AMRAAM, says Delta. It's kind of fucked it doesn't get him then. Medicina says, why is the F-15E not in the same track as the F-15 models? Because it's the ground attack track. It's a bomber track. And the F-15E is the ground bomber variant. I'm not using it that way, because I'm not doing ground battle. But, as we'll research, we'll probably use to farm some more points, it can get, like, guided bombs and everything, Mavericks. That's why it's in the bomber tree. Rock says it's just very sad. So again, do you guys get the new ones coming out? Do you get the Eurofighter? It is the Eurofighter that's coming, right? Not the Typhoon. It's the Eurofighter and the Raphael. Yeah, Germany's getting it, I know. Italy gets the Eurofighter, yeah. Well, that should be good then, right? Explain the Eurofighter to me. Compare it to the F-15 or the Gripen. Like, what is it? Is it all the European fighters? Modern ones seem like little dog fighters. What's their strength actually? Delta says Germany gets the worst version of the Eurofighter. Oh, that's sad. That's like when the F-15 came out for the US and the Japanese and Israeli ones were better. Delta says, can't say how it handles since the SFM is still work in progress. But in real life, I mean, what's the concept of them? Like, what are they meant to be good at in real life? It's a plane that supports Euro mic. What, like you can speak European on it in the lobbies? Oh, another thing, by the way, Matutina, is that the F-15E has two-seat. It has a weapons officer in the back. So now when I explode, I can have two pilots be fine. It also has a cuter cockpit. Very modern looking dash. And I was quite taken aback when I got in the cockpit mode for this, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look like the F-15C at all. It looks like a fucking Raptor. It looks very new. Ventures is MIC. Oh, Miklik, yeah. No, military industrial complex, okay, yeah. What's her name, Beagle? I don't know. I think it's whichever chatter is having a birthday. We should raffle it. I'm gonna raffle who my backseat is every time. That's who it is. Goffers, it is literally my birthday today. Then right now it's you, Garfor. You are in the backseat. I wish you could like Twitch integration mod War Thunder so that I could like raffle that for real, and there'd be like a little speech bubble coming up from like the backseat, like playing fucking Animal Crossing. Just pops up over my jet. I guess you could make like a Twitch integration module for that, like that just puts it on the screen. I could make like a... Well, I can't make shit. You could make like a thing I put on my OBS, and because like you're pretty much always in the center of the screen, it just comes up with like you're talking if you're the raffled backseater. Oh, I wanna get that now. I gotta commission that. How do I commission a thing where I define a certain chatter and that chatter only gets to talk in an on-screen overlay? But Ab says, people, you play this game on stream a fair bit, but it's always the same plane. Do the strategies ever change or rinse and repeat? Well, for one, this is a variant of the plane, so it looks the same, but it actually is different. For two, I mean, yes and no. Like, what works, works, but I do tend to do different things. I have like different playstyles in my toolbox, but like there's only so many playstyles I have for the F-15, yeah. In close, in far, you know, BVR, ambushing, going high. There's enough variety that me as a player, I enjoy myself quite a bit, but like, you know, I don't reinvent the wheel every match enough, and no. But that's it's the same plane. It's the same. Yeah, sure, it's the same plane. Well, let's go with that. What do we got here? I would say War Thunder, for me as a player, like, has the perfect amount of familiar versus different to me in each match. Like, no match really feels identical to me. They're dead. But at the same time... Oh, hang on. Oh, God. That's not really a good shot, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Because I'm smart like that. That's the wrong missile. Okay, whoops. They're dead anyway, doesn't matter. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I'm not going to evade this. Oh! Okay, I evaded it. It's a bit hard with the low G tolerance right now, but I evaded it. There's a mirage around me, apparently.
Over G.
But as I'm just trying to understand the appeal, not the meaning you're interested in it. No, I think I picked that up, and I get you, yeah. So, that's why I'm kind of answering it in the way I am, is that, keep in mind with me, I like a good bit of repetition. A lot of people do. I like to eat the same things. I like to, whenever I play a game, especially a new game, I will tend to find one character, and then I'll play that same character, like, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, until I get really good at them. Same as, like, a faction in an RTS, using a specific gun in Tarkov. I will do the same thing till I get good at it, you know what I mean? I'm very much not the person who, like, gets a new game and is like, oh, I want to play every character. No, I will pick one, and I will do it forever. So keep that in mind when you ask me that. But in general, for me, War Thunder is a good balance. Like, it's just, the things that I get to do in it are very fun things that don't lose their appeal for me over repetition. And then there's enough variation in how they're implemented, or what strategies I implement each match, or just what goes on, that keeps it fresh for me each time. So it's kind of the combination of, like, a timeless appeal for me in what I'm doing, combined with there is enough variety in what's going on, that it keeps me going. Rock says, I do that but for Italy down tier. Do that way better for Italy down tier too. What, playing the same thing or something else? Brayden says, is there any risk of peaks just shredding the plane from overspeed? Yep. So when a warning was coming up saying, like, reduce speed, and my airspeed was going, my instrument airspeed was going red up on the top left, that was a warning to slow down or the wings will rip off. I'm actually not certain how it works. I don't know if it's if you hold it for a long time and don't go under the red if it rips off, or if it's just warning you if you go any more than this it'll rip off. It used to just be like you would just not magically, but like suddenly your wings would just rip off and you'd be like, oh fuck. They've made it have a bit of grace period now, I think, which is nice. So you actually, I haven't had a wing rip since they added that because I just slow down when it warns me. 120 RP, I didn't get any kills. It got changed so stress builds up, right? I guess. So I guess when it's in the red, you need to slow down no matter what. It's not just the tolerance range. Rock says, yup, 1.7 Italy and 4.9 Italy. Rat tanks are my style. Yes, I know I'm a horrible player. No, I love that. I took, I play a bit of ground, or I used to play a bit of ground. I haven't played for a while. But I was taking the American Scout tank, the M2 or whatever it is. Or was it the M4? The little baby one, the tiny one, into top tier to fill out my line of tanks. Because I'm a premium sucker, so I just had an XM1. And, that thing was fun as fuck to play even at that tier, so I can't imagine how fun it is at lower tier where it's actually meant to be there. But Ab says, this game is World War I era dogfighting, just a guy with a rifle shooting at the back of a biplane. Yeah, yeah, they don't go that far back. They've got biplanes, but they don't go back to, like, actually revolver biplanes. Delta says, the overspeed rip seems to happen at a variable point past the don't exceed this speed point, but a couple kilometers won't pass that won't kill you. That's what I've been feeling too, yeah. Goffer says, the first person who brought a pistol into a biplane was an arsehole and ruined flying for everybody. I actually learned that. Yeah, that was so good, Obsidian. I actually learned that recently because I again wanted to learn about how they time machine guns to fly through propellers. And I learned about that. I learned how there's the really cool mechanism that I think everyone's heard about at this point. That, like, the way it works is they, like, time it to the mechanism of the propeller to determine the fire rate so that it always fires between the propellers. And I think Germany did that, and then they shot down German planes and were like, oh, we should do this too. But before that, apparently, back in the biplane days and beyond, they were just like... So at first, apparently, they were just like, fuck it. Well, no, the very first machine gun I learned about was apparently this British guy flying recon biplanes was like, you know what? Shooting at people with revolvers and dropping grenades on them is cool, but I want a machine gun. So he got them to put a machine gun, stick it to his top wing in the biplane. And he had to stand up like a fucking biplane technical in his seat to then shoot the machine gun off his top wing. Apparently this is true history. And the first time he did that, apparently he got like 4 kills because everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this happening? Apparently beyond that, everyone was like, oh, this is sick. And then they started, you know, doing machine guns and being like, how do we not shoot our propellers off? The original Seal Clubber? Yeah. Oh, shit. They are closer than I thought. So apparently after that, their first ways to deal with the problem of shooting your own propeller was to go, fuck it, bro. It'll be okay. This is apparently real history. I learned this the other day. This is apparently true. That they just didn't give a fuck. They just let it shoot through the propeller sometimes and were like, it'll work out. We probably won't crash. And then after that, they started doing smart things like welding metal around the parts of the propeller that were in line of the machine guns so that when they did get shot, well, they just bounce off. But I love that before that they were just like, fuck it, just shoot the propeller, bro, it doesn't matter. And yeah, apparently that's kind of how it was until they eventually did this interrupter gear idea that was like, you know, sane, where they wouldn't just shoot their own propeller sometime. And then, you know, you get the World War II prop planes and all that shit. It's very impressive, the interrupter gear is very impressive machinery. Very cool. And it was interesting that it basically ties the fire rate of your machine guns to your propeller RPM in order for it to work, because they're basically part of the same, you know, shaft, part of the same machine. Slayer says, but when the bullets bounced off, did it cause a ricochet and kill the gunner himself? So apparently that didn't happen. I don't know, I would have felt a bit iffy about it, but I don't think I would have been cut out to be a World War I biplane ace. Chucks away, you know? Ah, fuck it, don't be scared. Chucks away. Oh god. Fucking... No. Fucking... What is going on? Oh my god. Radar fights. F4F? What the fuck are you doing here? Oh, that bitch is gonna gun me. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a Mirage in front of me that radar missiled me. Orchestra says, I play as the 42-47 great ammo and cannon for 1.7 and also the R3 T20 FAHS. Yes, it's good ratty. Still, we got the new SPAs, so it's okay, man. You hear that they're gonna put in big ground attack systems at top tier, y'all? Apparently they said that because top tier ground battles are now just aircraft bullying at longer ranges than can be dealt with. They said they're gonna put in like basically Patriot level systems, right? Like multiple separate pieces in a single battery and stuff, like full on long range anti-air. That'll be interesting. Rather than it says the optimal top tier ground team contains 0 tanks. Yeah, that'll, Wait, so this is NPC AI Patriots? No, this is player systems, I believe. Playable Patriots and shit. So that'll be something. I mean, that might make me want to play ground battles more, honestly. Petro says that seems boring. Well, understand this right, Branchar. Like, to someone who would say that sentence like you, yes, that probably is boring. To someone who's really into these kinds of systems and is a nerd for it, it sounds exciting to me. Both to play against and to, whoops, to use. We're just gonna ignore that I forgot to take off in time. Like, I hear that and I'm like, oh shit, I get to play Broken Arrow in first person and third person. Like, I would be interested in playing ground battles to deal with the challenge of Patriot systems while still dealing like bombing runs. You know, that sounds interesting to me. Rocket says, I want full Warzone mod, tanks, planes, water tier, and all, and at least hour-long games. I'd like to see more modern Navy, too. I learned about more modern Navy lately, and I think it's interesting. Use the ground battle, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to put it in the air battles. They're talking about specifically for ground battles. To protect the tanks and stuff. And like, I've also seen people say, like, that sounds so boring to play as. I don't know, though, like, I think I would enjoy it just because, look, it's just fun to kill shit. It's kind of like super BVR meta. You just see the enemy planes coming and you're like, ooh, time to get some points, dopamine hit. Gopher says, give me this, talking about the full Warzone mod, but it's inspired by classic Alterac Valley. The game's not an hour long, they just keep on going forever so long as there are enough people queued up to fill in people who leave. Yeah, that kind of persistent, like, almost like MMO, FPS strategy. Yeah, kind of like old Planet side. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think those kinds of, like, dynamic, simulated, like, war zones are so interesting. I agree. I would be interested in that, too. I heard that in War Thunder there was, like, there used to be, back when I was playing the game, like a World War mode that was kind of like, there was stakes to each match, and even that excites me. Like, there was, like, a strategy metagame that, like, played out based on who was winning and losing these individual matches, and that's really cool to me.
Critical speed. Over G.
Okay, I'm actually not going to make that. Not enough G's.
Over G.
Just go play PlanetSide again? Yeah, but PlanetSide 2 sucks. And PlanetSide 1 is dead as far as I know. PlanetSide 2 sucks because it got watered down into, like, a Battlefield light. A Battlefield-like, instead of, like, focusing on all the shit that made, like, the actual strategy gameplay of PlanetSide 1 cool. And PlanetSide 2 got watered down by, like, oh, people are complaining about this thing and that's a part of, like, it being a strategic world, so we have to make it just more like a Battlefield spawn-die simulator, and it just sucked. Everything that was cool about PlanetSide 2 got stripped out for me progressively after the tech test. And every focus on, like, new content they've added since, I feel like either missed the mark or was just about shit I didn't give a shit about. Like, PlanetSide 2 is not a good shooter compared to modern shooters. Like, it's too outdated. But, like, that's all they ever do with it. They never, like, go, hey, like, here's, like, something that really takes advantage of how fucking cool PlanetSide 2 is as a concept. Strategically. Like, deeper shit, because it wouldn't appeal to a lowest common denominator player. And I'm not calling the player base of PlanetSide 2 lowest common denominator. I'm saying that the developers are treating them like that. The developer, because that's that Battlefield-like mindset. That's that Battlefield mindset of, like, pandering to a perceived COD audience's tastes, rather than, like, spending your, you know, limited dev time on something that's very, like, cerebral and strategic, you know what I mean? Like, they did like, the base thing, right? Like, they did, like, the ant thing, but it just didn't feel like when I played, like, it really fucking mattered in an interesting strategic way that was, like, cool to play. Go ahead, 9M, do my bidding. Yes, you are dead. As that sucks, you know, because I want to see the strategic elements be played up more. Oh, they're dead. Cool. Tingle says, Foxhole does things strategically with planets I could have. Exactly, yeah! But then Foxhole fucking I hate playing gameplay-wise. I'm probably gonna play Foxhole again, despite never having liked it, one time again when the Airborne update drops, just to try it. Because I love Airborne shit. But other than that, you know, I already know I hate Foxhole, and that's kind of what I want, is a combination between the two games. I want a PlanetSide 2, where the devs give as much of a shit about the strategy and logistics as the Foxhole devs do, right? I just want a Foxhole game where the devs care about making the actual moment-to-moment gameplay of being an individual fun. And, like, good. That's really all I give a shit about. Is, I want the strategy layer, but I also want it actually to be fun to play. As a person. Exactly, as Gopher says. Foxhole is like the other end where it's focused entirely on the logistics and spends almost nothing to make the game actual fun. Yeah. And, like, is it too much to ask? Am I a baby? Is it too much to ask for a game that does both? Is it too much to ask for that someone might make a game that cares about both at once? Could we have both? Because I feel like it just doesn't exist. Every game that that says it's going to do it just does one or the other and then fails to combine them. Okay, we've got new airframe, which makes it go a bit harder. I'm feeling G-Suit would be good now that we're getting better performance. Usually I'm beelining missiles, but because I have good missiles already, I'm just making the plane fly better. I kind of want to get GBUs, because they look sexy and cool, but let's get G-Suit right now. Though this would help me grind. Go on, treat yourself. Let's get GBU 39s, and let's see how they work. Treat yourself, Beagle. It'll be a fun toy. Let's try it. I think the closest I've ever had to an experience like that is like Arma. Like good Arma. That's the closest feeling I've ever had to that, of like, it's strategic, it's cerebral, but it's also like fun and tactical. I kind of want to play Arma again. When did they say the next Arma is coming out? Didn't they give a release year for it at that announcement recently? Didn't they say Arma 4 was 2020 something? 2020 something? I don't know. Maybe if I play Arma again, like I get back into doing rats, if people still want to play with me, maybe I could stream it better this time because I have a new computer that can handle shit way better. Because that was one of the reasons I stopped playing Arma, is I was just sick of every time I streamed it, playing at like 15 FPS. You know? But with this computer, I could probably play, like, slick as fuck while streaming, actually. And I've been kind of flirting with the idea of doing rats again, trying to get the rats back together and playing again over for like a year plus now. Maybe it's finally time. Maybe I should do it. I guess I was just hoping that Arma 4 would come out, so there wasn't any point doing a bunch of modding for Arma 3 like I wanted to. But I think we still don't have a release date, so... And Arma Reforger, I think I was also kind of seeing like maybe if Arma Reforger would mature, but it feels like Arma Reforger was just always going to be what it is now, and they just moved on to Arma 4 ages ago, so... Fuck it, maybe it's time to get back into Arma 3. Rats time. I do have a rat-shaped hole in my heart. I miss my friends. I liked having my friends in rats. And maybe it's time to play with them again. Let's be real, I'm also a better person now. Because it's been years, so I'm a better person than the last time I played with the rats. So that'll be nicer for everyone else as well. So all I have to do is just go and do all the work to get it set up. And by that I mean, go and trick Cyclone into doing it again. No, I'm gonna have to remember how the fuck to do it. Hey, let's go high. I keep yakking and forgetting to go high. Which is the whole point of this plane's strength, is go high as fuck. That'd be funny, Logos. Yeah, there's like these specific settings you have to set up to get everything working, and Acre working, Delta, that I always forget, but I always get there in the end, so history proves I'll get through it. I'll probably just ask everyone for help again. I think I understand how to cut a mod set down a bit better than last time too, after all that FPS trouble we had. I think the priority this time, if I do it again, has to be keeping a good frame rate. Gotta cut out all the bloat. I do want that fucking Phantom still, though. I want an F4 Phantom more than ever. I'm so Phantom pilled these days.
Look.
I need to dodge, but also I want to shoot that guy. I still didn't get high enough. Whoopsie. Delta says cutting mods seem to be super important. Yeah, I had like kind of like a more childlike, naive understanding of like optimization than I think. To me, it made sense back then, and it's like, well, no, it's okay to have 100 mods in the mod set, because, you know, that one isn't even being used for this mission, so it's not like it's going to slow the game down that much, right? And then, I don't know why I ever used to think that. You ever, like, look back at yourself and you're like, I used to be so much dumber when I was younger, and then you're like, that was 2 years ago, like, I was 30, like, what the fuck? Anyway, I think I get the idea better this time around to be like, no, every single mod that is in the mod set, whether it's being used or loaded or not at the time, is going to have a performance impact. So just cutting down the numbers of mods will be probably really good. I think I can do that. I want to use that new Remy mod that he made that has like the dynamic like AI cleverness. I think if we do rats again, one thing I'd really like to do is get the idea working that I wanted to do all along, of kind of like, I guess the best comparison to easily explain, I would say, is kind of like Helldivers, if Helldivers was more like the bases actually mattered. Like if you've played Helldivers 2, and you know how they have the outposts, imagine if all the enemies in the map, you know, abstracted or not, but like design-wise, like are coming from those bases. So like, you know, there's a Rocket Devastator factory in Helldivers 2 in one of the missions, and if you blow it up, no more Rocket Devastators are spawning to attack you on the map, right? And there's a gunship airport, and if you take out the gunship airport, no more gunships, right? Ever. And I think that would be really fun to do in Arma, actually, to make like a dynamic mission framework that you can kind of just replay, where you like tie, kind of like what Remy's done of his mod, where you basically tie what you're fighting to what outposts exist on the map. And then the way I think that would be good, not just as like, oh, this is a cool idea, but actually good for gameplay, is that it makes missions more interesting because you can let players decide how they're going to tackle the mission. So let's say your mission has one major objective, like, you know, kill... that's topical, don't say that. Not assassinations. For instance, blow up a bomb factory, right? Blow up a bomb factory. Blow up a munitions factory. Let's say that's actually the point of the mission. But then you can also tell your players in the briefing, okay, but we also happen to know there is 2 infantry barracks here, there is an enemy airbase here, there is, you know, enemy long-range radar here, enemy SAM site here, enemy artillery base here, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? And then you have a dynamic framework set up where all of that is actually not just like a cosmetic, but it actually is like, okay, if you blow up the infantry bases, less infantry will attack you. If you blow up the tank, you know, depot, tanks will not come and find you. If you blow up the air base, you will not get hit by air support. If you blow up the radar station, you can bring your own air support in easier. And then so all of those are like optional objectives that the players don't have to do, but they can actually look at the briefing, and rather than the briefing time just being what waypoints are we going to mark to walk towards the objective, it can actually be, okay guys, do we try to spend time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears to go and take out these side objectives to make things easier later? Or do we just, you know, sneak in and get the main objective? How many side objectives we want to take out? And actually has an effect that's dynamic and it's simulationist, right? And I don't know, I just think that would be a really, like... I feel like that would be worth the effort to set up, right? Like, you build that framework, and then you just base all your missions on that. And I feel like you would get a really replayable, interesting framework for Arma missions. Delta says, sounds like a very fleshed out Apex framework derivative. What's Apex? I thought that was just a DLC. Or was that a thing they did with the DLC? Get some intel? Yeah, you could also do that, yeah. Yeah, like how Helldivers 2 has like the side objectives and the bases, but imagine if the bases were actually the things spewing the troops and not just like an objective to blow up. Delta says, Apex framework was this mod that spawns random objectives. Okay. Cyborg says, I like that, but IMO is still like off-map reinforcements. Yeah, you could still have that, but have it be like, you know, you're cutting down the majority of like... Because that's the thing, right? It would actually be like part of the framework, that a single infantry outpost outputs this many infantry per minute, or per X, per whatever. Or it keeps 2 patrols up at all times. If you blow the patrols up, it'll respawn 1 in X number of minutes, right? And then, you know, that's your choice. That's your choice of just like with Helldivers, do we bother doing these side objectives, or do we just go for the main one? Ranger says, I mean, imagine playing the campaign of Platoon co-op. I never played the single player of Arma 3. Or Arma 2 much, really. Barley says, one thing I want to see in an Arma game is a system where your air support is directly related to the state of the AA network. So you only start being able to call in F-35s with LGBs, nice bit limited. If you take out a couple of S-300s, we can risk a non-stealthy F-18D. But if the entire AA network is down, we'll let you call an AC-130. Yeah, that'd be cool. And there was something else I wanted to actually come out in a limited way. You coming at me? Yeah. Hold on, any more targets? I fucked that up. I think I lost lock. Oh, yeah, I did. Whoops. Uh-oh, I fucked up. They brought out a Helldivers 2 stratagem mod for Arma 3. And they kind of just, like, released what they had. And we're like, okay, we're done now. We're not upgrading it anymore, which is a shame. But basically, it's, like, all working. Where, you know, you could throw the little stratagem balls and get, like, artillery strikes, air support, da-da-da-da-da. And that's really cool, and something I wanted as well, is because it's really cool to have all the fire support in Arma missions, but it's not cool to force people to play them, because even as someone who loves flying planes, when I was doing that in the missions where air support happened to exist, it was like, a lot of the time you're just loitering and not getting to do anything. And otherwise you have to balance the mission to be like, well, if the jet gets to do things all the time, then that's going to be overpowered and just going to get all the kills. So then it's like, oh, well, fuck, now you're just going to give the jet other things to do while it's waiting. And I think it's a better system instead to just have it be like, honestly, they're just Helldiver stratagems. Like, you just call in an airstrike and it just comes in and does something and leaves. So it'd be really cool to like upgrade that mod that they've done there, the Helldiver stratagems, because I would just, not even as a Helldiver's like meme thing, I think it's just straight up a really good system for armor missions. To just have it be like on cooldowns, maybe it costs a resource, and you know, you can just call it in like that with restrictions. Honestly, I kind of want to do it like Broken Arrow, like, you know, it'd be kind of like a cute idea is to do an armor setup where you like framework everything to be like the FPS version of Broken Arrow. So like all of the AI squads you fight are like based on the makeup of like the Broken Arrow units. Like all the vehicles have the same equipment as setups as them. Same like airstrike options and stuff. The player squads are like them as well. Can one squad of player Marines, can one squad of players with 90 points of Marine equipment from Broken Arrow, how much can you kill? How much can you do? Tingle says, kind of like how that one squad mod turns into a multiplayer RTS. Well, that'd be fun too, yeah, like playing up like having an RTS commander on your side as well, it'd be cool. I think that's one thing that is like meant to be possible in Arma since Arma 2, but I've never got it to work right. You know how they have the High Commander modules, and it's meant to be like, isn't it meant to be like you can do that? Like you can be like a high level commander who gives the AI groups like these high level waypoints and they go fill them out. But I feel like it doesn't work right, because like wouldn't that be cool to like have a bunch of supporting AI assets and then RTS command them around? I don't know. That would be cool to do like an NS2 style like hybrid RTS FPS where one player is like actually commanding a bunch of AI friendly assets along with you, and then that would also handle the fire support, because rather than having to have like a Helldivers type mod where squad leaders are getting the stratagem balls, you could actually just straight up have it be like, okay, how it works is the squad leaders or whoever are radioing, like organically actually radioing whichever player is in command of the whole group who has the RTS camera. And then that player has special powers to be able to go like, you basically just want like a cut down version of Zeus for them, where it's like, okay, they get to actually like call in an airstrike or like a one use airstrike or an artillery strike here, and then the jet flies in and does it and flies off. And I think, can't Zeus be restricted to do that already? By the way, Baseball Rich says, how's your day going? It's going good, thanks for asking. How's your day going? I can't Zeus be restricted with game rules like that? I don't know. Like what you would basically want is to have like a version of Zeus where you have this flying camera, but you can't see things that your units can't see. I wonder if that's technically possible, or if it already is possible with a setting in the game. Can you make it where a Zeus can only see things detected by their own, like there's like a certain side? And then can you like restrict Zeus to like only be able to do certain things? Like, I feel like you need a submod, right, that makes it so like you can do the call-in fire support, but you can only do it like every 5 minutes, or it costs a money resource that you have a limited amount of that ticks up over time like Broken Arrow. That'd be the fucking, I mean, it's so much work, right? But that'd be fucking cool, is if you set it up like that, where you mirror all the points costs of Broken Arrow, and then you actually let that player call in units based on an incrementing money resource, right? So like you make like 300 money. I'm not getting any kills, I'm just talking all these matches, I'm sorry. You get like 300 money like a minute, like in Broken Arrow, right? And then you can actually go like, oh, I'm going to call in a tank to support the players, I'm going to call in a helicopter, I'm going to call in another squad of AI infantry, I'm going to call in a helicopter and get refunded when it goes off the map, right? Andrew says, you can do it through Zeus, so you can drop some modules and set it up through the in-game command menus. High command modules give the commander markers that enemy forces they discover. Do you have like a flying RTS camera as that high commander? I want to do this. This sounds fun. Broken Arrow, but it's an FPS, but one player is the commander, or multiple players if you want to split up the responsibility. No flying RTS game, you just stare at your map. I think it'd really cook if you could give them a restricted RTS cam. I think if there's some way to occlude units so you can't just fly the camera around and spot everything for your people, or I guess like worst, simplest case, you just have to give them like a really convenient to use drone, and that's how they see the battlefield. Like actually give them like a predator cam mode. Because you wouldn't want to make him do it on foot, because it's hard enough to be a, like, platoon commander or a company commander on foot, because you're always getting left behind because you want to stare at your map, but you've got to be moving with the squad. Like, unless you literally just, like, sit in the back of a Humvee and, like, you have a personal driver, it's not going to work, and that sounds boring for the driver. I guess you could have an AI driver in your little command jeep. Maybe that could be part of the points cost. You could, like, do I buy a command bicycle, a command jeep, a predator drone, a command tank? Badger says, I think if Zeus isn't allowed to edit things, you don't get the big red blue icons to them, so it'd be harder to notice. Harder, but it would definitely still be the meta to, like, go sneaking your camera through the bushes looking for them. But, yeah, they could task out the god camp and be like, there's a fucking tank. I mean, yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go up. I really want to do this idea now. I really want to put some effort into it. I'm already doing B-mod, though, so I shouldn't spread myself too thin. I'm already busy. But it's such a fun idea, and I want to do it. Because I always wanted to find a way to, like, have sort of an economy balance to the armor setup as well. And that's kind of the way to do it is... My old idea was, like, you get paid for winning missions, and then you get to spend that money on assets at the start. So you could have it be like, okay, you know, we're going to buy a fucking tank for this mission. But you could do it this way instead, where rather than that, it's just like every mission you get a set amount of income. Probably a very small amount if you're going to do Broken Arrow points costs for reinforcements and units. And then you have a commander who can basically be like, okay, we want Humvees airdropped here and stuff. I want to do that, that'd be fun. I need to make $10 billion so I can pay other people to do it for me, because I ain't got the fucking time. But at the very least, I'll probably reinstall Armor 3 and think about playing with the rats again, I think, if anyone's interested. Lemmy says Battlefield 2 had a rudimentary command system like what you want. Yeah, exactly. Other games have done it in cool ways, definitely.
Over G.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Build your own foxhole. You know, after talking about how fast this thing is, I haven't got to, like, the top speed of it once. That's a missile that missed me. Go figure. Okay, we got someone over here. Might be the one high, I think. Yeah, that'll be the high one.
Lock.
I'm not sure if that even locks, but I gotta get out of here. Uh-oh. Oh!
Pull up. Altitude.
I think we got away with it.
Pull up. Over G. Over G. Over G.
I fucking botched that missile launch. It was terrible. But at least we didn't die. When you hear the missile disturbing the air, it got a bit too close for comfort, but we did get away from it. Anyway, we noticed still an F-15 over here. There it is. Kayla says, Beagle, I beg you, stop using your afterburner when trying to make tight turns. No, I know. But I don't want to lose speed, see? Because it's not about the afterburner being on, it's about my airspeed, right? I didn't want to slow down, I wanted to keep going fast, because speed is life for evasion.
Over G.
Unless the physical act of having the afterburner on or off on its own in the vacuum or not changes turn rate, I don't want to turn my afterburner off because I want to keep my speed up as high as possible. So I want to burn through the turn. I don't want to, like, suddenly brake and make, like, a really tight, like, dogfighting turn, because then I just die to the missile because I'm too slow. I want to keep my speed up as high as possible while I dive. Because that's how I survive missiles. As evidence there, like, I think we literally got very lucky, but I think we literally, like, outrun the fucker at the end there. Like, he just ran out of energy and we had enough to get away. Hello, SU. What's going on here? Oh, fuck, you're right sideways. I fucked up. All I'm doing is fucking up today. I'm bad at top tier now.
Pull up. Altitude. Pull up. Over G.
Apparently it hit, but not much.
Over G. Pull up. Pull up. Over G. Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, I'm actually being launched on shit.
Over G. Over G.
This could be bad. Oh, this is bad. I'm fucked. Yeah. I didn't think it was a real launch on me for whatever reason, but it definitely was. Let's try and stop talking so much and actually do, like, a match where I use the advantages of this jet. Otherwise, it's going to take me forever to grind this up. I'm just, like, yakking too much and not really doing anything. We've made, like, no progress. Yeah. The bombs will help me with that from getting some RP. Captain says, I have a suspicion I found the culprit bagel, but I can't exactly test what it was like on your mindless machine. I'll try to catch one of your ASAP after work is over tomorrow and get this sorted. Thank you, Captain. Either way, it should be a quick fix if it's working for me. It means everything else works in principle and simply doesn't work at the moment due to some tiny problem. Yeah, it just seemed to be my build, like, broke midway, yeah, so. Like he says, God, I can't believe them subscribers are such a shit War Thunder player. All this guy does is yap. I know, right? Oh, speaking of things to yap about to distract me from this match, Mars Tactics has its playtest out now. I was going to play it ASAP, but Manhole was like, people don't play it yet. Like, wait a few more versions, let it cook. I think Manhole's very anxious about, like, how it's being received right now. I think, or I think he's being too hard on himself, it seems like, from what I've seen in text, where, like, he doesn't feel like his new strategy elements he's unveiling in this playtest are working well or something. But I really want to play it. I think he's got some really cool ideas, and I bet he's being too hard on himself. I bet it's a lot more fun than he gives himself credit for. Or there's a lot more promise in the mechanics at the very least. But out of respect to his wishes, because it would only add to his anxiety, I'm not going to stream it yet until, like, he says it's at a version where he wants me to do it, I think. But offline, I do want to try it out. He's gone full self-critic, he's calculating everything. Yeah, I understand that as someone who's worked on things. It's a very natural impulse. What's up, Cliche? No, you've lost track of the time. This is normally when I stream. Okay, let's go high. We want to get up to, like, 10k. Usually 10 km altitude is where jets stop being controllable. It's not so of the F-15E. And let me finally fucking show you what this jet is good at if we get up there. Let me actually show you what this jet is for compared to the other F-15. Because the higher you are, the less air resistance, which means the faster you can go. So you can't unlock the full speed of this machine at low altitude. But now that we're at 10k, if we level out, the numbers should start going up quite a bit. And if I just yak about something for a few seconds and then look back, we should be at like 1,800 kilometers an hour pretty soon. Hey, Renoga, how are you? Brazen says, I'm reminded of that one game where Beaks thought it was a bad mobile port and then panicked when it ever arrived. To be fair, I'm still not sure, like, I still think it feels like a bad mobile port. But it was fucking funny running into that guy, yeah. I felt so bad. I did feel so bad.
Look.
That one's diving. I don't want to hit that one. Who's coming at me? You. You get one. You can have one too. I'm going to pull out. I want to keep my eyes on them for a second until the terminal guidance takes over. There we go. Now we're getting out of here. You see how we're going at like fucking 2,000 kilometers an hour right now? It's pretty cool. I don't want to dive all the way to the ground like I usually do for that reason. I want to stay high and stay fast. Got a hit. So, it's attack and defense is what speed's so good for here too. I think I should be able to just like outrun these missiles for one thing. Whether or not I countermeasured them properly doesn't matter, just run away from them. The other thing is, not everyone understands how being faster is going to make you live longer because you just outrun missiles and the enemy and shit. But being faster also makes you more powerful because your missile gains the benefit of the extra 500 kilometers an hour you're running at when you fire it. So your missile is now faster, which means your missile is now more accurate because being faster gives it more energy, gives it more maneuvering, gives it more range. So not only is this thing really hard to kill because of how much faster it is, and the F-15C was already hard to kill, it's also really fucking dangerous. Which, again, the F-15C already was, so I just don't get it. I don't get how this thing is allowed to be so good. America, I guess. Surprised it wasn't, like, nerfed. Like, for game balance reasons. I guess if you don't, like, fly it up here, like, it's not that oppressive. I don't know. I guess you do have to get high to really make the best of it. When I'm able to get my full complement of AMRAMs, I think that's when we'll really see some hits, too. Because right now I only have 2 of them. So, like, now it's like, okay, like, what? You're going to sit at 10 kilometers with Sidewinders? Like, idiot. Like, you're not going to do anything. But Like, now I just have to evade again. Like, there's no point being up here. But if I can get a full complement of AMRAAMs, like, that's gonna be fucking nasty. I think it's gonna get me. I can hear it. It's right behind me. Whoa! I should have kept turning. I could have lived that. I think I could have lived that. I was trying to fly straight to maintain speed, but I didn't have quite enough to outrun it. You could see in a few seconds more I would have outrun it. It was running out. But maybe if I turned more. That's the thing about being high against enemy missiles like that, is that they have less drag as well at high altitude, so you will get fucked up by radar-guided missiles a lot more at high altitude than if you're low. You look like a miss. Almost, then the proximity fuse went off, yeah. Oh, fine, you too. I understand how even Roka. Yeah, I get ya. Think you're very bad? No, it's pretty good. You just made a typo, I think. Yeah, so what I should do is go high, use the speed to, like, get 2 really good bully missiles in, and then go low and Sidewinder and gun run. Because being that high about radar-guided missiles leaves me defenseless. No point. But I will try to get that high. I'll do a bit of a side climb here just to get my initial AMRAAMs off. Obsidian, your typos are so legendary that sometimes I wonder if you do them on purpose, honestly. Like, you type in something like S Eamon host, and I'm like, nah, he's doing it on purpose, right? Like, he's saying the line, right? Surely. Obsidian says Beegs, yeah. It's QWERTY. What do you mean? No, I know S and D are right next to each other, I know it. Oh, that's a big difference, Cliche, yeah. That is... What context did you use that in? Is the other question. God. A work email, that's some mundane shit? Okay. Definitely bad, but at least the context, like, wasn't related. It could have been worse, is all I can say. But it doesn't sound like it was great. I love that noise. It's a good noise, don't you think? Am I the only one who finds radar warnings very pleasing? I don't know, the blare just hits my ears just right. It's a nice noise. Dan just says, radar warnings makes 80s rock sound good. Gassimo Gal says, if you get shot down, you ruin a several decade-long legacy vehicle. I'm sorry, I already got a lot of F-15s shot down in Broken Arrow. I've already done it. Alright, can we start coming in now? My IAS is too low right now, so I'm going to be careful with my turns not to bleed too much speed. That'll do. Looking for targets. Don't see one below me. Yeah, exactly. It's not even upgraded yet, Delta, is the crazy part. That's the really crazy part. One for you. It's nutty. I want you. How do I get that one? Yeah. I don't care if you're sideways, I'm gonna have a go at ya. Okay, now we'll go down to the deck and do some sidewindering. Yeah, it's crazy, Delta. It's nuts. It's super nuts. Okay, watch out. I'm fucking gonna rip my wings off.
Critical speed. Critical speed. Over G. Air brake on. Over G. Over G.
I don't think we're gonna get that one.
Over G. Altitude.
Hey, can we, like... Oh, I have the air brake on, that's why I'm... Oh god.
Altitude.
Can I have my camera zoom out a bit? I can't see what the fuck's going on.
Altitude.
Local man flying too fast. Can't play the game.
Pull up.
Oh no.
Pull up. Pull up. Over G. Pull up. Pull up. Over G.
Interesting. I think I'll just choose to not be hit by that, honestly.
Pull up. Pull up.
Or that. Oh, that didn't go into the mountain! Fuck!
Fire. Fire.
I thought depth perception. I thought it was gonna go into that pillar. I gotta get better at switching my weapons. I'm very out of practice. I'm just like sitting there going like, oh my god, I've got the wrong weapon selected. Wrong radar. When I first watched that, the footage of that shoot down of the two Tomcats versus the Iranian MiGs, right? And then I was reading the comments about how, like, what they're going on about in the comms is they're going, like, you've got the fucking, like, wrong weapon selected, like, select! Like, I can't get a fucking tone! And they, like, had radar guided selected when they wanted the Sidewinder or something, they didn't realize. When I first read that, I was, oh, Libyan MiG, sorry. I was like, how the fuck do you do that? And then I played War Thunder, and I was like, I get it. It's fucking hard in this, like, idealized video game sometimes to have the right shit selected in like, the intensity of what's going on. Imagine doing it for fucking real. No, I get it. It makes a lot of sense. Very, very possible to do. Play the Vic says, I'm something of a fighter pilot myself. Yeah, as a War Thunder player... Benny says, they had turned the sound for the Sidewinder down because it's a knob you turn and the sound gets annoying when you're doing testing before takeoff. Yeah. That would not help either. Philip says, the clear conclusion here is that Navy pilots should train on War Thunder. I think, it's like the inverse of the, like, oh, I've played COD, so I'd be great in war, right? I've had this happen with a few games now that kind of get a bit simulationist, where it's that inverse feeling for me where I'm like, oh man, like, this is a fucking video game that's, like, watered down and, like, way easier to do things in real life. And even in this video game, I'm feeling, like, the stress and the complexity and the difficulty to do some of these things. Like, it's kind of like the inverse effect then, where I go, like, fuck, if it's hard in this fucking, in this game we're playing right now, in War Thunder, like, Jesus Christ. Like, the fucking mental strain, like, to even get an inkling of what it would feel like to have the mental strain of this in reality is... It's something. It's definitely something. There's a fucking lot that goes into it. I'm really glad I started playing this game. Like, I like DCS for the little bit I played of it, but... I was just never going to get into it the same way. Though, having said that, I tried getting into DCS, like, basically completely virgin to, like, modern era, like, actual practical tactics and strategies. I didn't understand a single thing. I know I basically come from Ace Combat, and that's why it took me fucking ages to even have a hope of, like, I was looking up notching and shit, trying to, like, do, like, the basic scenarios of how to take out the enemies. I'd definitely be a lot better at DCS if I went back to it now. Maybe I should play DCS F-18 sometime again. Maybe we should give it another go. I heard there's a mod for the Super Hornet that lets you multi-crew it. Someone could ride with me. I'd need to get, like, a mouse set up for it that's like this, though, with the virtual joystick. I'm not sure if you can do that with DCS. I think it's what I had set up before, I'm not sure. I think that's what people helped me get set up, but I'm not sure if I can get it set up again. Yeah, Philip got your obsidian. Oh, what the fuck? He's doing that thing again where he's not really paying attention. Is that still on me? I think I evaded it. I hope I did, because I'm fucked otherwise. I think I chaffed it. Why do I hear it? Oh! Okay. Didn't chaff it, actually. Just... Wait, what? Oh god, that's it flying over the top of me. Now the fucker's still chasing me, yeah? Oh god, what's this? I'm in trouble. No, 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 no. I think it's like a missile that's just hanging around, but still. What the hell? Oh shit. No, 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 no. Badger says, Beagle, stream F59 for people so they can start asking who will be Beagle's IT. Yeah, she's the new prez, right? She's the Federation prez. Do we stand her? Isn't the Federation bad? Can't we, like, not stand IT for that reason?
Right.
I did nothing wrong. Okay, I see there's lore I need to catch up on. I think that, Mirage went behind me. Banjo says, all my Cascadian pride left my body as soon as I heard Redline. Shark Apologist says, name one bad Federation of media. Okay. I think wherever that fucker's gone, they're either right behind me and I'm not gonna find him, or they flew off. Ah!
Lock.
Asking the side wanted to do more than it can there. They're already on me. It's a dogfight and I'm not ready for it. Oh, someone else save me. Now I can say the F-15 from this F-16. I've got way too slow. Delta says, the state of this lobby is basically, why is there a fucking Mirage there? Yeah, you're right. It's coming towards me, I think. Yeah. Watch out for the AMRAM. Watch out for the guns! The guns! The guns! I don't think I should scissor back into it. That's a mistake. Luckily, someone who knows what they're doing covered me. I think I'm very out of practice for top tier. I got good at the F5, but now I'm bad at the F15 again. Banjo says, if it makes it any better, Prez does it for money. Oh! 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 No! God, I'm sick of fucking evading sudden missiles coming from little mini fighters around me. Also, I think Prez should be able to do it for money as much as she wants. Why don't we let both the girls fly the plane together?
Roll right. Over G. Over G.
Yeah, definitely, Delta, definitely.
Over G.
But I still need to be doing more of the 4 I have.
Over G.
Banjo says, Prez is canonically shit at flying. Oh, yeah.
Over G.
She's like a mechanic. The lore, I love her lore. It inspired me for a role-playing game I did with Jam. Her lore is, she's like the Mercenary Squadron's mechanic, and she's like the only person who can withstand the G-forces that Monarch pulls. That's why they put her with him. I think that's great. Can we get the GPUs? Let's find out how to use these. I thought it was so great that I stole that idea for a role-playing game I did with Jam. It was great. More G's. And then I can get more M9Ms. I should start researching these, but also I want to go faster. I should probably start researching the missiles. Or do I do the missiles last? Once I research this, I will be able to get the 9M. And I think you need 9M, cover, and wings repair. I guess I could go, because more 9Ms won't help that much. I guess I could go G-suit, cover, wings repair. And then get 9M, and then it'll lead me directly into 120B on time. Delta says, bro, what? Not prioritizing missiles? Not the 9M specifically. I value the 120s more, though I guess I could run, like, a full 8 missiles then of the 9Ms. I could run 2 AMRAAMs and 6 9Ms. I guess I should get them first. I guess I should get onto them. Let's get them. Just because you have the stock missiles now, Delta, I didn't feel the need as much. Okay, I want to do a... motherfucking... thingy. No, not that. Yeah, get rid of that. Give me the guided bombs I just unlocked. Did I not buy them? Or is it these things? Yeah, those look like they have little wings. That's cute. Damn, you get a lot of them! What are they called? GBU-39. GBU-39B. What is the difference? Or is it just the same one? No, something is changing. Oh, one has a fuel tank with it. I see. 243. Why is it the same weight? Is that what's happening? It looks like it's got a fuel tank added to it, but it's the same weight. I don't understand. Oh, that is awesome, rockets. Rocks in it to me. That's fucking awesome. Reminds me of the autocannon shit in Broken Arrow. The 57 mils. Benny says the weight of the fuel is only added by the fuel starter because it's a conformal tank. Oh. Oh, so it just lets you max out your fuel tank more. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's take a bunch of these. God, I have so many. And again, Benny, Delta, can you confirm that these pods do nothing right now? I don't get it. Like, you add these pods and you have the exact same number of countermeasures as before. It changes nothing? They just don't work right now? It's bugged? Is it a known bug? I went and looked on the forums and someone reported this. They do have to make a new loadout. What? Explain it to me, Benny. So I can get more than 240 countermeasures? Or not? It's only bugged if you edit a loadout. What? Okay. So I need to make a new loadout and then not edit it ever again? Let's try it. So I just gotta go bam, 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 ding, dong, ding, dong. How are you doing, by the way, Benny? Bring my drop tank. Oh, I can bring even more bombs! I like how the fucking thing sinks when you put the fuel tank on. Look at it. The hydraulics. My car bouncing. Benny says, if you add these CM pods by editing it won't give you more CM. You can edit the weapons, though. Found out the grip in the hard way. Weird. Okay, so if I save it like this, then... and save. So now I should have the countermeasure pods, right? Are those... no, that's the gear. So now if I do a test run... no, see, I still only have 240 max. Or is that not how those pods work? Or did I not select the right loadout? I think I did. Yeah, I did. See, I only have 240.
Bam. 9 o'clock. Low.
Did I do it wrong, Benny? What the fuck? Yeah! I seen someone report this on the War Thunder forums, and I shit you not, the reply of everyone in that thread with different levels of malice was, the F-15E is already the best jet ever, why are you bitching that it isn't better? Shut the fuck up and deal with your 240 countermeasures. Did you copy it? Copy it from what? No, I just created a new preset and added everything manually just then. I want to get my double countermeasures, I want to have more. Oh, do you get this in realistic battles? I thought you needed to use a targeting pod to aim these. Wait, what does alt left click do?
Bam. Over G. Over G.
How do you aim these things? I've never used a precision bomber before. Just like this? No, right? I think I have to unlock the targeting pod. Wait, now it's GBU acquire CCIP. I didn't fire any. Okay, because I have a CCIP, so that's what it's showing me. So how do I drop it? I think I need to check my keybinds. I can drop dumb bombs. I've done that in the F5 with my secondary weapon fire key, but it's just going
9 o'clock.
GBU acquire CCIP. It is at a target point. How do I do that?
Over G.
Is it related to this crosshair I'm seeing? Should be a keybind for that? Okay. Time to learn how to be a bomber. Activate and deactivate target point above keybinds. Okay, thank you. This is so cool. I've played too much Broken Arrow. I think glide bombs are cool now. Definitely deactivate as well. Okay, where... Oh, here we go. Okay. Alt middle mouse, alt backspace. Okay, that's annoying to select. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, hey, baby boy. You want some food? Open Bombay door. Hell yeah. Stealth fighters brought back the Bombay doors. Welcome back, Bombay doors. From the B-17s. What do I want? What's not bound to something right now? Let me see. Alt Q, I don't use anymore. It's gonna be easy to hit, but also not get in the way of my other keybinds. Alt E, no, that's rotation keys. That's radar off.
9 o'clock. Low.
Alt T. Or should I make it a mouse bind somehow? I don't know if I could. Alt F doesn't do anything. Alt G does. But I bound it to something else now, right? I have TWS. TWS GMTI, I don't know what the fuck that is.
9 o'clock. Low.
Okay, yeah, I just set that to G now. So I could do Alt G, I guess? Or Shift G?
Bam. 9 o'clock. Over G. Over G.
Ground target radar? Okay. Is it useful? Can you use it to avoid multipathing? Or is it purely for ground vehicles? Yeah, same Shadow Doggies. Target point by just set to R and T for me. I have R for speed brake, and I forget what T's for. It's just running tanks? Okay. I don't seem to be using T for anything, which is weird. I don't trust that. Surely I'm using T for something. There's no way I'm not using T. Ah, yeah, lock. Duh, idiot. Fuckhead. I don't use 0x? No 0x binds? That could be an option. No 0x binds. Okay, that works. Let's set it to that for now, and we can always change it later. Oh, what the fuck?
Bam.
What?
3 o'clock.
It's where your cursor's actually looking? Holy shit, that's so easy to use. Is this a gross simplification purely for War Thunder, or can you do this with like an HMD in the real world? Like, can you slave it to a helmet mounted display in reality? And just like look at a piece of the ground and assign a GBU there? Delta says, the pod makes it much easier, TBH. Betty says, yes, that's so fucking cool. Like, to be clear, war is not cool, but like, purely from like a technological standpoint, that's so fucking cool. Oh man, that's fucking rad.
SPAA. Pull up. Pull up.
Bomb away? No, too high speed. Oh, there's like a speed limit for firing these. Oh. What's the speed limit? Let's find out. And then how high should I be to make it hit? Should I be relying off the CCIP? Did I just fire one? No, I'm still going too high speed. If you aim it exactly at a target, shoot a target lock as well. Cool. What is the speed I need to get under?
On. Bingo.
Too high.
Air brake on. Check fuel.
Oh, that worked at 1100. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I want to watch the glide bomb. Oh, how do you know what your range is for this thing when you drop it? You just kind of like, I guess you use the CCIP. All bombs can't be dropped at mark. Ah, okay. So if I was to go like on you, well, that's not right. And then I was to do this.
Bam. 12 o'clock. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. SPAA. Over G. Over G.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. But interesting that it didn't lock on enough and no, like you said.
Warning. Fuel.
I see what you're saying about the target pod making it easier, Delta.
Over G.
Dougie says maybe I was wrong, you need a pod for target, like I'm not sure. Okay, I want to get the targeting pod then. That's cool though. That's really actually kind of fucking cool.
SPAA. 3 o'clock.
Ah, it's kind of fucking
Low.
awesome.
Bam. 12 o'clock. Low.
Bomb away.
SPAA. 12 o'clock. Altitude. Over G. Over G. Pull up. Over G. Over G. SPAA. 9 o'clock. Low.
Get in there.
Clear.
Kill it! That's kind of satisfying. Doggy says, I assume you know about the cannon computer keybind to get lead indicator for the cannon. Are you talking about the radar warning? I'm curious where this bomb goes. Okay, so it can go way further than the CCIP. It can glide hella.
SPAA. 9 o'clock. High. SPAA. 9 o'clock. High.
That's gliding hella far, even at no speed.
SPAA. 9 o'clock.
Hey, these
high.
glide bombs are kind of scary. It's like right under me. There it is. Shoot it down, Mobius one. Where'd it go? I lost it. Can you kill planes with these bombs? Assumedly. You can kill a helicopter with one. Is it actually going to make it to the target point all the way? Wow, these things go far then. These things go far as fuck. Can you drop them at close range? Yes. Huh. Cool, I'm a bomber now. Ignore my lack of fuel. It calculates for the cannon on the ground? Oh. Oh, for gunning ground targets. No, I've never done that. I've never done top tier air and ground battles. In fact, I've never really done... Most of my extent in air and ground battle, because I'm not at top tier ground, was like flying an A4 around and, you know, fighting a MiG-15. How do I get the targeting pod? 9200. Man, I want that. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Well, I can still take it into battles and, like, try to bomb a bunch of ground targets with it. How much weight does it add to my loadout? And I mean, they're so light. Seriously? Only 121 kilos? For all of those bombs? What the hell? It barely has any weight. The hell? That's cool. Benny, as for the countermeasures, here, if I select one of the stock loadouts and I go into test flight, it still doesn't change anything, see? So I don't know, that's per bomb? Oh, okay. I thought it was for all the bombs. That's a reasonable amount of weight then, but we'll see how it feels in a match. Hey, ground targets is more RP. Let me try and bomb some then. This means airfield defenses don't exist anymore either then. You can just like glide bomb all the SAMs and then go runway camp as much as you want. Not that runway camping really happens in top tier, I find, because unlike the lower tiers, no one really gets away a lot of the time. Alright, let's see. And he says, the GPS guide will be hard to hit moving targets, but you can base bomb with them? Yeah. Well, and I can just, like, select. The hardest thing will be about the targeting pod. It seems quite tough at a distance to, like, get an accurate mark on them to do damage. Because if you're even, like, a hair off, it won't kill them. But I can, like, get kind of close and over the top of, like, all the ground targets and just, like, kill them all, I guess. And right now, I haven't got many missiles. That'll help me, I think, for getting some RP going. Let's try it. Let's see. Something I can do at high altitude. If I get really high, I mean, if I had the targeting pod, I could just, like, wipe out entire formations of enemy ground targets really easily, I would think. With no risk. Benny, does this Strike Eagle have any way to, like, guide onto a moving target? Like, this is niche, but let's say I have the targeting pod and the enemy is on their runway like 50 kilometers away. Can I like laser guide a JDAM onto them? Do we have JDAMs on this thing? You can carry Mavericks and laser bombs with that? Cool. I want to learn to use the Mavericks too. Just because like they're interesting, like I want to learn how to use all the different weapons on this. It's fun. Not JDAM but GBU, yeah? Okay. What's the difference? GBU is the thing I'm using right now, isn't it? JDAM is just converting the old dumb bombs to have laser guidance, right? GBU is laser, JDAM is GPS. Oh! Oh, okay. Right. So, what you're saying is that in Broken Arrow, when we laser designate the JDAMs onto targets, that's actually an anachronism. That's not actually what JDAMs do. They're just PGMs. Or am I just calling them the wrong thing? No, they're called JDAMs in Broken Arrow. I don't know. Air! You can have one. Some kids have Bowman on a Morph on there. Ah, okay, right. I get you. I like watching the fucked up way they stack the bombs up on the Strike Eagle, like how it like curves. I think it's great. Shadow Doggy says, I'm bad at Arabi and I wonder how at such high altitude you survive so well. Well, it depends what you're flying, right? Strike Eagle's fucking great. I mean, not Strike Eagle, but like the Eagle in general is just great at it. Basically, as long as you go into the right kind of maneuver, unless I fuck up, I won't get hit by a return fire missile, you know? Anytime I die, it's because either I fucked up or I consented to being an idiot and risking too much. But what do you fly? And I can probably tailor more. I don't fly over shit, but I can like get a frame of reference. People say you're a fuck up. No, I'm not saying that. Like, until I learn how to do it, it's not the same either. Like, there's a certain way you have to do it, but once you know how to do it, you can always survive. In the Eagle, at least. The easiest way to do it is just dive straight down is what I do. Is I fire, I dive straight down towards the ground, and I just go through I dive and then I come back up as I'm running away, or I go all the way to the ground and just skim the ground. And in either case, you're basically like energy trapping the missile. Doggy says, I don't have the F-15s yet, but I have the F-16C. Does this RWR show missile launches of every possible opponent? Yeah, except from above and below. You've got to watch out because above and below are your blind spots. And you'll notice that when you're going through a turn, that when you're turning into a missile and it's like above or below you, you'll lose the warning for a second. Like, I'll show you with this one, right? Like, can't hear it anymore. But come back, see, there it is. Top, no warning. Warning, bottom, no warning. Those are your blind spots, right? Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a really important thing to know. But yeah, what you want to do, or what I do when I'm high, is like, you get the missile coming in on you, right? So, ideally, you defend more advanced by flying sideways and not losing your altitude, because altitude is your position, right? And you want to keep high altitude to stay offensive. However, that's an advanced thing, don't worry about that for now. What I would just say to do is what I do when I need to make sure I live. Missiles coming at you, just dive. As you're going through this part of the dive, the middle, chaff. Hang on, I gotta slow down because I'm gonna hit the ground because I did this too low.
Pull up. Over G. Air brake on.
Chaff through the middle of the turn because that's when you're notching and that's when the chaff will be effective against the missile. And you don't actually brake like I did there if you're high enough. You just, if you're high enough, you just afterburners on the whole way out. Keep your speed up, build speed during the dive. And then either you skim low along the ground like this or you go back up. And either you're skimming the ground so that radar missiles get multi-pathed and can't hit you and or they run out of the ground trying to chase you. Or if you go back up, you're energy trapping the missile. So what that means is that because the missile is going where you're going to be, not where you are, because it's intercepting you, you're basically tricking the missile to dive all the way down towards the ground, and then by the time you're pulling back up, it's run out of rocket motor fuel, it hasn't got energy left, and so now, as you're going back up with your engine still going, you're going to outclimb it while it's trying to come back up, and it's going, no, wait, come back, I thought you said we'd meet at the low ground. Richard says, I would go parallel to the missile to present a slimmer target. What do you mean? Shadow Doggy says, to me it always seems like shafts aren't doing anything unlike flares, but maybe I'm wrong. I was talking about this morning. They very much feel like they do nothing until you like get them working, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, these do everything. The key is like, let's say that tank is the missile. Here's where you chaff, right? Not yet, not yet. Okay, now, chaff through the turn. All the way through, to be safe. Until you're like flying away from it. Because that's the point where when the missile's coming in at you sideways to your direction of travel, that's when it's susceptible to having a weaker lock, and that's when chaff can actually do something. If you chaff when you're flying towards or away from the missile, it will do nothing. Is my understanding of it. So the chaff make the missile think that it has a new position. Yeah, so the radar, the way the chaff works is that it presents another object for the radar to think, oh, that's the target, right? And because there's like a very quick like refresh rate on the radar, like it's not a constant lock on you. Imagine that the radar has to blink, right? Maybe it's blinking like every, 5 times a second, but it has to blink every so often. And so there is the opportunity for it when you're notching, because notching, flying sideways to the missile gives it the weakest lock on you. That's when the lock is the most vulnerable to being disrupted. So when you're flying sideways and you drop chaff, that is when the missile is most likely to go, oh, open its eyes and see at the right moment where the chaff is coming out of the butt of your plane and go, oh, that bunch of alfoil, that's my target, that's the plane, right? That's when you're capable of fooling it with chaff. But it isn't as simple as like flares, where flares is just like, ooh, hot, I chased that. Like you're actually fooling the radar guided missile into being like, oh, that's my target, and then it'll keep its lock on the chaff. Yeah, Delta says radar works by bouncing energy out, or shooting energy out and waiting for the energy to bounce back off of something, which is called a radar return. Chaff can fool the radar by providing new returns for the radar to lock onto instead of the aircraft, yeah. If you imagine radar like a flashlight that blinks on and off every so often, the flashlight is seeing the object that is the chaff. It is bouncing its light off of the chaff and going, oh, that's what I want to kill. That's what I've been tracking this whole time. It's kind of like if you've heard of how like zebras, when zebras cross in front of each other and the lion gets fooled because of the stripes and they all look the same and they're like, oh, which one was I chasing? And it kind of fucks up their attack run. Kind of like that, right? Like you're trying to convince the radar in that split second of hesitation that the metal chaff decoys are the thing it was looking at the whole time. Whereas with flares, I think it's more like flares just seek the hottest thing. Heat-seeking missiles just seek the hottest thing, and the flares go, I'm way hotter than that jet. And the missiles are like, oh shit, fuck yeah. That's old missiles, because new modern heat seekers have very good anti-countermeasures that make them a lot more resistant to that, but that's like the simple concept. Basically, it's like fooling heat-seeking missiles with flares, in my layman's understanding as a video gamer, is you're not tricking the heat seeker, you're making the heat seeker go, I'm way hotter, you want me instead. Whereas Chaff's job is to go, I actually am the hot thing that you've been following. It's me, I was the hot thing all along. You want me. Ignore that other thing that's flying away to the side of me. What's that? You don't even know what that is. That's nothing. Don't worry about that. That's not your target. You were looking at me. So basically, Chaff gaslights you. Is how it works. Chaff gaslights your missiles. Whereas flares just make your missiles hornier for something other than you. Is that a good explanation? I think that makes sense. Delta says, please explain how I'm supposed to stream snipe when matchmaking keeps putting us on the same team. I know, right? Are you in this one? No, not today. Not unless you change your name. Pheromones versus disguise, gotcha. Heat Seekers having pheromones is a funny way to put it. I have missiles right on my butt, so I'm going to keep running, and I'm going to get low. I'm not very fast, so they're catching up to me a bit. So I would call this going, like, completely defensive, right? Like, I'm going completely cold. Going cold means turning away from the missile or the fight and just running away from it completely. I'm going completely cold, completely defensive, and I'm just going to keep running until I've evaded everything. If I was pulling off an evasion where I have more time to evade the missile, I'm further away from the missile and I have more speed to start with, I might try a less cowardly defense, where I just fly sideways instead and try to notch the missile with chaff. In the previous match, Philip says, so what countermeasure is gatekeeping and girl bossing in this metaphor? I don't know. But I feel like you could really torture this metaphor if you start to talk about the anti-countermeasure features of modern heat seekers. Like, how does AIM 9, IRCCM, and FOV gating come into this metaphor? I don't know. I guess FOV gating is like when the flares are like, look at me, I'm so much hotter, and the fucking missile just tunnels its vision in like, no, I will only stare at my wife. I will only look at the jet target. I will not look! I do not see that other woman! How heteronormative of you, Beagle. Gotta make it a woman. And then I guess AIM 9s are the same way. AIM 9M is the same way, but they just fucking close their eyes. No, I don't see her! I don't see her! She's not there! Obsidian says, chaff. I am your wife. Missiles just want to kiss jets. Yeah, exactly, Gaffer. I was thinking that. Yeah, flares are the meme of the guy turning around. Yeah. Uh-oh, that F-15 is close and I'm in fucking trouble. We're having too much fun here. I'm fucked. I'm gonna go to the ground. I actually can't jettison all my bombs because I'm going too fast. Is there a jettison key that will let me jettison my bombs up Mach for dogfighting? I should learn what that is. Biley says, we already decided that the meme of the guy turning around is your missile targeting your allies? Okay. That's fair. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no. Hey, that F-15 is like right on my butt, and I need that to stop. Oh, I'm not at Mach. Drop all the bombs. It's okay, I won't jettison them, I'll just blow that hillside up. Oh, it's too late! Whoa! I burned all my energy for that though, so I'm still fucked. Oh no, this is bad. Dive, man. He ain't coming around fast either. I know, I could have killed him. I'm so stupid. I could have just killed this fucker. I still can. Alright, don't panic. Go, missile, go! Yeah! F5C made me a little bit better at dogfighting. Just a little bit better. That guy fucked up though, that person. Uh-oh, there's one right behind me, isn't there? Okay, fuck it, just come around. Oh, that's the guy, never mind. But that's the guy, he's just not dead yet. Is he gonna shoot me? He's trying to. He's trying to get a shot off on me before he goes down. Let's get some energy up. Get some speed up. I'm a sitting duck right now.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Where am I going? Oh, okay, I'm on Golan Heights, so I hadn't even registered. I feel like the weather has been made a lot more dynamic since last time I played, and it's super cool. Like, I feel like you get so many more different times of day, so many more, like, fogs and different sets of clouds. I just wish it was more rain. I feel like it never rains in AirRB. I want it to rain more.
Roll right. Check fuel. Check fuel. Roll
Oh, that felt cool though.
Roll left.
Remind me before I queue up next match to bind that jettison bombs key though. Because it's cool. There's nothing cooler than jettisoning all your shit to get clean before a dogfight. I love doing it with the fuel tanks. I want to do it with bombs too. I gotta slow down because I'm guzzling too much fuel here. I won't make it to the airstrip. Benny says it tends to not rain above the clouds, but also War Thunder doesn't have rain. Yeah, I wanted to have rain. How fucking cool would that be? They'll run out of things to add at some point. They'll add it at some point. Jackie Jack Jack says I didn't know Big Employee plays War Tendies. I love it. I love War Thunder. As you can see, I'm top tier US. I've played enough of it. Watch out for mountains! Oh, this plane should tell me though with like its Betty. Instrument should tell me if I'm gonna fuck myself up like that. The guy's probably right behind me, but we're just gonna go in for a landing because I don't have the fuel or the weapons to do anything anyway. So we'll just go straight in and hope for the best. Oh, it's a 1v1 too.
Air brake on. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G. AOA. AOA. Air brake on.
I'm gonna fuck this landing up. I'm gonna fuck this landing up right now, I can tell you that.
Air brake on.
Oh, fuck!
Roll right.
Put the gear down!
Right. Air brake on. Air brake on.
Wave off. No, we're good. We're good.
Air brake on. Air brake on.
Most realistic landing? No, the most realistic landing would be this. That's how you really brake quicker, honestly. I was just doing a normal landing for style points.
Air brake on.
But that's I shit you not, this is like the meta to rearm quicker.
Air brake
Get
on.
5 rounds you could
Air
use
brake
first, it's
on.
true. Belly landing got nerfed? Wait, it did? How so? That's good, I want them to nerf it because it's
Air
dumb.
brake on.
I hate having to do it. So playing War Thunder Illuminate right now. Don't fucking lie to me! Don't you lie to me that the Illuminate's out right now! Don't you lie! You not lie? Don't you fucking tell me April Fools! Illuminate attacking right now? Sammy's here. Holy shit! The Illuminate are attacking? Benny says if you have at high speed you don't take damage and even skip the runway and explode. Oh, I haven't exploded yet. City maps? Vehicles? Vehicles?! Wait, playable? Hold on. Playable right now? Vehicles playable right now? Yes? What? Holy shit! God damn it, we gotta get in the Helldivers! I've been waiting for those Jeeps, man, I've been waiting for them! Drop these GPUs! I gotta get clean! Where'd those bombs go?
Do something fast. The enemy will win.
Jay out and Total Lobby Democracy calls.
Over G. Over G.
Is that the guy? Let's find out. I'm gonna activate a blunt. Oh, fuck, they're ages away. That blunt's gonna get me instead. I'm gonna drop my tank and just try to get there as quick as I can, so I don't waste my blunt. Yo, right now we're switching right after this match. I'm sorry, I love Player 15E, but goddamn, I'm gonna start the update right now. New DLC has been added. Oh no, that was the Alpha Commander. Where's my update? Or did it already update in the background? Where's my update? Oh my god, I gotta click play. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've been waiting for the Jeep since the leak. They leaked it when the game came out, man. I've been waiting for the Jeeps for so long. Somebody says my cousin's waiting for the next 2 days. And you still came to my stream to tell me, bless you. Just as Helldivers 2 is running. Oh, I still don't believe you guys. Was it a stealth patch? There's a trailer too? Oh my god. Okay, I got Blaze targeted. No, Blaze, we should be allies. They had the H2 Interactor come out to TGA station full hell gear and announce it. Oh, I gotta watch that. It's not a stealth patch, it's 50 gigabytes. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to play that today, but mine isn't downloading. What the hell? Why ain't mine downloading? Has anyone else got their update going? Yeah, the research need to get it to show up. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to play it soon. I don't know how quick I can download 50 gig. Probably more War Thunder then. Okay, you can have one of these. I am height.
Over G. Over G.
They're gonna assume they launched on me and do this.
Over G.
Yeah, indeed, there it is. I sure hope the chaff works. I'm losing too much speed. Chaff worked. Turn back in. They're on the run from me. Oh, I fucked up my energy way too much. There was a bad defense because I got panicked.
Lock.
Now I'm too slow. They're probably just going to use the ocean against me. But I'm going to use this missile to get in on them. So when they turn on me, I'll fire. They'll have to go defensive again. I'll try to defend theirs, then coming over the top of them with an AIM-9M. 50 unpacking, 5 gig download. Oh, sick! How fucking cool is it to be in a fighter jet, by the way? Look at this scene. Oh my god, I love clouds. I fucking love clouds! You went early, so my turn. I didn't even see what they said before. That's funny.
Over G. Over G.
Okay, they're gonna give it a go.
Critical speed.
Yeah, they're gonna give it a go.
Critical speed. Over G. Over G.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Evaded, baby! And if you're still here, doggies, that's the chaff notch, right? Right there. That's how it's done. Is you pull away from the missile like that, and you chaff as you're going through the turn. And that's how you get chaff to actually work.
Over G.
Well, this is my favorite part about flying is when you're standing past the cloud layer. Clouds are so beautiful. I agree. When you get a match like that really shows it off, how it's like this different world, like you're flying through the floor of like a snow world. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Oh, hey, we got AIM-9Ls just straight up. I got 6,000 to spare. That was a good round because it was so long. Hell yeah. Oh man, hell yeah. Maybe we can play one more while I'm downloading the update. Let me restart Steam. I'm so excited! I have been waiting for the fucking vehicles in Helldivers since the game came out and they leaked them. I want to drive around. I want to thunder run on APCs and Jeeps. I've been waiting to see if it changes the gameplay of Helldivers meaningfully, cause a lot of Helldivers is about not activating shit and stealth, right? Is how I felt top tier, not top tier, top difficulties ended up boiling down to. But like, oh yeah, there it is, there's the update. But like, vehicles surely gonna be like the opposite, right? Like high speed, super loud, everything activates on you at once. City maps are also huge. Oh, I didn't even process that. Yeah, you guys did city maps. And it was so cool I didn't even think about it. City maps? Holy fuck, that's so cool. How long till this downloads? We should watch the trailer. Okay. Oh man, I didn't think they'd ever even attempt city maps because of how hard that would be to do. How have they done this? How city are we talking? Let's go find out. Let's go find out. Let's go find out. I'm so excited. Is there a YouTube video of the trailer of their reveal? Pretty fucking city, cool. It's a normal 2-lane road. That's cool though. There's no skyscrapers. That's all right. Just like wonder how like dense it is. Like, is the whole map a city or is it like little towns with wilderness in between? Can someone link me where I can see this supposed trailer reveal? Anyone got it? Maybe I can go to the Game Awards and scroll the VOD back. Let's find out. Is it on Twitch? Oh, the Outer Worlds too. I don't give a fuck about the Outer Worlds. Fuck you. Reddit, thank you. Oh, YouTube links. You guys are the best. Thank you for taking care of me. Moments of Tyranny. Cut the music. Let's watch this.
They arrived without warning.
Ooh.
Laying waste to our peaceful colonies.
Oh no.
Crushing all resistance.
Oh shit, yeah. Illuminate! I didn't even think about the fucking
Stole our
Illuminate!
citizens' homes. And their minds.
Ah!
And something much, much worse. Their freedom. But when our citizens are attacked, our greatest heroes arrive.
Yeah!
Set them free.
Fuck yeah! That's so fucking... That's such a sick shot to bring vehicles in this trailer.
Together,
Fucking eat out the window.
save our people from this tortured existence.
Oh, nice.
For we are those who stand in the way of all tyranny. Who will give our lives today for a freer tomorrow. Who will take back control of freedom. And deliver peace to our homes. We are the Helldivers.
Interesting. Interesting that they went zombie heavy for the Illuminate this time around. It makes a lot of sense because they need some kind of chaff fodder. Compared to HD1, I guess the way they work as well. I wonder... I wonder how much though, like, if that's all the content in the update, because sometimes you watch these trailers and you're like, oh, you know, there's more clearly, but that might be everything. If that's everything, then I wonder if it's like a cut down version of the Illuminate from what they originally wanted to do that's leaning very heavily on the zombies, because you see the tripod, you see sources, whatever in the background, and you see like a couple of more elite guys, but you don't really see any ever Illuminate. So I wonder if that's like all there is. Still cool to get a new faction no matter what, but I wonder if that's all that's going on. Or, because otherwise I think they would very heavily like trailer be like, look at all the new unit types, so we'll see. And yeah, it looks like it's just a Jeep for now, no APC, yeah. They're found on the map, not a stratagem. Oh, that's kind of sad. That's kind of a shame. Well, let's go give it a try anyway. We have time for at least one more round. I'm just updating. Patch notes indicate it's just a cheap for vehicles at the moment. They're found on the map, not a stratagem. It was the same for mechs. Yeah, I remember that though. They did that much more, like they didn't announce it. Yeah, I'm sure they'll make them a call in soon, yeah. What I wonder is... I do wonder, this probably is like a shallow version of the Illuminate, right? It looked like. Interesting though. Let's go check it out for ourselves a little bit. Been a while since I played Helldivers. I opened it up this morning actually because I was getting that free armor that they put out to watch the Game Awards. But then I didn't watch the Game Awards, I just took the armor. Let me try and drop my bombs this time. It's quite funny too because like they were complaining recently, the Helldivers audience, I mean when aren't they, but they were complaining recently being like, oh, you know, there's leaks of a new Warbond coming, but oh, like Arrowhead hasn't given us new content for ages. Like, oh, there's never anything new. It's like, oh, lol. Like, I was reading that this morning. Elegant says, keep following the major orders issued by the Super Earth High Command and you will get the keys to your very own FRV, a brand new top-of-the-line manual transmission reconnaissance combat vehicle. Oh god, it's manual transmission. The leaks were true. It's fucking gonna be manual transmission. Oh no, please. Please don't make me manually shift gears. That's gonna be fucked up. I'm gonna have to learn video game manual. I mean, assuming that you're not doing any gunning as a driver, I guess it gives you a minigame to play. I don't think I've ever played a game that had manual in it. I guess Gran Turismo, technically? Yeah. I guess you could drive manual in that. I mean, I'm playing War Thunder. I'm pretty sure I can drive a manual Jeep in Helldivers, right? Don't clip that. I'm not going to make any mistakes. Fun. Any other big things in the patch notes? Any other big changes to stratagems or weapons I should know about? And Arian says, I had to learn to drive manual for Lands of Vain. Yeah, I got my license on manual, even though I fully intended to drive an automatic, and I always have since. But I got my license on manual, you know, as my parents and other old people advised me to, just so that you have a manual license, so if you want to drive a manual, you're legally allowed to. Looked like a bunch of changes, didn't look closely. I should probably be checking those patch notes out instead of playing, but I still love the F-15. Maybe after this round I'll go check the patch notes out while we wait for the update to finish. Okay, no good targets. Let's get out of there. And there he says, my American mind is blown by the idea of a manual license variant. Oh, you guys don't have that? Yeah, we have automatic and manual licenses, and you choose which one to go for. Wait, so does that mean that all Americans who have a driver's license are forced to learn manual? There's no other kind of license test you can go for? Lol, no. Wait. So you're saying that you can be passed to have a driver's license on automatics, but you're legally allowed to drive a manual? You take your driver's test at the car shop and you use your own car? Explosive Ruin says, Beagle didn't even make me parallel park. What the fuck? Can you just like bribe them too? Like what the fuck? That's so weird. I thought you guys were meant to be like the leaders of the free world. What is going on? Why do you do it like that? Driving is freedom. I see I got fired on, so let's chaff. I probably won't hit them because I think they're water hungry. It was raining, so our tester had me go back early too. That's funny. Okay, where is this fucker? I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Over G. Altitude.
Not seeing that MiG at this point means I'm probably dead. It's behind me?
Over G. Over G.
Oh, they played me. They played me hard.
Pull up. Over G. Over G. Pull up. Pull up. Over G. Over G. Pull up. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G.
Or did they? They lost me too. I think they got confused. I think they played themselves. Yeah, they played themselves. Okay, we both just got kind of confused in the clouds. Fair enough.
Lock.
Turning into me.
Over G.
See ya. Uh-oh. That's not good, though. I've just got the damn GBUs on.
Over G.
Oh, that's the guy I just killed. Right, he was just trying to thrust vector me. I've done that twice today where I've got confused with that. Okay, there's 2 enemies left and I see where one of them is. Let's try to glide bomb the fuck out of the rest of them. Hang on. No, why are the targets disappearing? Huh? Oh, you have to do it like this. Is everyone cool if I drop guided bombs into this densely packed city? Are we fine with that?
Altitude. Altitude.
The enemy is winning.
Altitude.
You've got to
Over G.
counterattack.
Over G. Over G.
Oh, hey, that works pretty good. I think the targeting pod would make it a lot easier, but that's pretty cool. Find me greater foes. I should actually cut my fuel usage because... Oh, no I shouldn't. Oh!
Roll left.
I'm gonna get guns.
Over G. Over G.
He's gonna gun me! I can't get away!
Over G.
Whoa!
Over G.
Oh no. No, 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 oh shit! Ah!
Warning. Active fire. AOA. AOA. Vertical speed. Vertical speed. Lock. Lock. AOA. AOA. Vertical speed.
She's gonna know that with their new bombs over your shoulder. You're right. I forgot because I forgot on all the Helldivers excitement to bind the Jettison All Bombs key too, so I get a bit clean there. Let me bind that right now before I forget. Hey, free shit though. 9 M's, and now all I have to do is do 9 M's, cover, and wings repair. And I've got myself full AIM-120s. You see what they're calling the zombies? Gamers? The jettison key will jettison all currently selected weapons. Oh, cool. So I can jettison my AMRAMs if I want to be really a nerd. The voteless? Oh. Okay, that's kind of funny. The unrepresented. That's very on brand. Okay, where's jettison? Jettison secondary weapon. Okay, what do I want to bind this to? Not something that I will hit accidentally because that would be very annoying. Control Alt V. Control Alt X. Exit all that shit. Control 9, that is a very annoying keyword to hit. That's too annoying. Good suggestion, but that's too annoying. Okay, so now I go...
Sam.
And they're all gone?
Luck. Low.
They're all gone. And they're gone. And they're gone. Very cool.
Sam. 9 o'clock. Low.
Alright. Let's go and read the Helldivers notes. I was gonna spade this thing today, but now we're gonna play Helldivers. Oh, yep. 4 pings in my Helldivers server. Yep, yep, yep. Okay.